Hey, everybody, welcome to Hope Conference. It's great to see you. I'm so excited to be here today and really excited about my guest who's joined me today, my good friend Julian Borges from Chicago, and jumping in here to be a part of our EventCast and just talk a little bit about this Hope Conference, but also what's going on. And Julian, it's great to see you as always. Thanks for being a part of Hope Conference.
Oh, I'm always happy to be here. I love Louisiana. I love New Orleans. I wish I could be there with you guys in person. I'm obviously in Chicago, but we're making the best of it. And I kind of feel like I'm sitting here between like the green plants and the new buildings coming up, and I'm happy for like what the future can hold, and I'd be so happy when we can finally meet in person.
Yeah, me too. And I really think you said, man, like the key word, right, for us, our theme this year is really that the future is now. And I have just been looking all around me and I'm thinking, with a lot of the pandemic going on and so many things being so different, we feel like we've had to reinvent the wheel and kind of been home more, which is in some ways there's been some upside to that. And at the same time, I miss being with my people and seeing everybody in the community. And one of the things I think that some of you and I have talked about this before is I just feel like I'm kind of been holding my breath until things get back to normal. And but I also have realized that life has just time continues to go on even if I am holding my breath. And so I think that, man, life is still moving forward, and I've seen that in the hemophilia community with treatment plans and the way that insurance is changing, and so many things are modifying these days. But I mean, do you see that same kind of thing? Is that kind of something that you're noticing too?
Yeah, I mean, I was home a lot for the pandemic. And so one of the things that I've got to think about is, I don't know if you've seen the show or not, but Squid Games, it's like crazy Hunger Games meets this like Korean drama on Netflix, quite violent. And it's got a little bit of heart, and it's got these weird games that these people play, kids games like red light, green light. And I feel like a lot of ways, we're not getting red light, green lights. We got the clear stop, but we never got the green light to go. And so one of the things that I've kind of, noticed is that, it feels like you're kind of edging forward just a little bit, almost hedging your bets personally. I feel like there's ways that I'm just now feeling comfortable, like, okay, we can go do this. Here in Chicago, I just moved to the city, and I do something probably about every weekend. And that is such a dramatic difference from 2020. And so to have like my dance card full and to be able to actually meet with the patients that the companies that we service, and people that are really, that generally feel like are my family and friends, finally getting to see them in person has been just this great step forward, that kind of makes me feel more comfortable to go a little bit more further, especially as things, and the mandates and everything come into play, and we get to hopefully go back to, if not what was in the past, maybe a new normal where we're getting a lot of these hybrid models. I'm still talking to you guys remotely, but I'm still meeting with patients, so kind of getting a little bit of the best of both worlds. But really starting to get excited to really let the rubber hit the road. I'd be happy to talk about that, with some of the treatment options, or even in the world of specialty pharmacy. I think that there are a lot of people that just hunkered down, when the pandemic first hit. I got a lot of people that said, we don't want to make any changes yet. We don't know how this is going to go. And now we're able to revisit those conversations, and people are much more willing to, take a risk for something better. And if I could say that that's something that may have come out of the pandemic that's good, I think a lot of people have made a lot of moves. I've went to a lot of weddings so far. I also know a lot of people are getting divorced. So a lot of people are making a lot of changes, because they kind of reevaluate where they were before and are ready to move in a different direction. And I think that definitely is something that the community is going to have to deal with, because we're still in this kind of in between. But I mean, I know so many of us want to meet, and I can't wait to kind of see what the future holds.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, there's so many things that I think you're right. People are starting to really reassess where their values are, where their real, uh, rubber meets the road sort of decisions in life are. And I think that there's sometimes an apprehension to change. We read a book a couple years ago called Immunity to Change, and it was written by two psychologists that really talked about this idea of like what happens when you want to see change happen, but then you're just unwilling, like something holds you back, but you can't really know what it is. You can't put your arms around exactly what's keeping you from moving forward. But I do think that some of that is just being able to sort of realize, okay, wait a minute, at some point you got to just have courage to move forward. And that could be whatever you're trying to move forward in. And so I see that happen with people all the time in this community. I see it happen a lot of times, but with a lot of decisions that people are making around the corner, whether that be hopefully marriage or something beautiful in a relationship, but sometimes it means the opposite. So, you've got to have that courage to be able to step forward. And I'm excited so much about this conference because in so many ways this year at Hope Conference, we're trying to address that issue of how is it that we can move forward, but also recognize that today is the future. And so I think that's important. And I know you're excited about the exhibit hall, getting a chance to connect with people in the conference. But what else are you really looking forward to about specifically this Hope Conference this year?
Well, one of the things that I've always liked about Hope is that it brings patients together. It brings us together at the same table very often. And so I think that we can encourage one another to be able to make those changes. One of the things that we at the Hope Factor have been able to do is provide a scholarship. And so hopefully we'll do that again. We'd love to help more people kind of take that leap. Another thing that we've done is kind of we have a patient on service with us that is an English major. And so she offered her time to help people with their application letters and their resumes. So I think of that, especially now, again, in this kind of post kind of while I still in COVID world, where people are, changing jobs. They're finding what makes them happy. And so we kind of always have the mentality of how to help the patient total, not just to, deliver factor and that's it, but like how to really help patients. And I think that, right now is that we still have that. It makes me think of like a monkey swinging from tree to tree. We're still holding on to that one branch, and we can use this opportunity to swing to that next branch to make that next move even better and put us in a better position. And so that's what I hope to do with Ethical Factor and all the patients that we have on service. And that's what I really hope to take away from this conference too is, how you can, I don't know if the phrase is leapfrog, monkey swing, whatever metaphor works to get you from A to B. That's, I think that's the goal for a lot of people right now.
Yeah, so true. So true. Well, I'm excited to see. I know you guys are going to be doing an exhibit both at the exhibit hall on Thursday and Friday virtually. Anybody can participate. Matter of fact, if you come and get into that exhibit hall, you'll have a chance to win some amazing prizes along with some other amazing giveaways. I know we're giving away a Nintendo Switch OLED. That's a huge deal right now. I think there's a PlayStation 5 that's involved. There's a lot of cool things happening. So you can go ahead and register right now on the website. All you have to do is go to hope-charities.org and you can register for the event, and you'll get to hang out with me and Julian and a whole bunch of other people as we go through a series of opportunities for us to be able to connect throughout November 3rd through 6th. So Julian, thank you so much for being here today and being a part of this and just always being so supportive of our community, because truly I know as a person myself living with hemophilia, there's nothing better than being able to get a chance to be able to connect with you also living with hemophilia who has so much experience and understanding of what it's like. And on the good days, we get to have fun. And on the bad days, we get to still talk to each other and say, man, today sucks. And then we get to move forward.
Exactly. That's what friends are for.
That's right. In the good and the bad. So look, if you want to come hang out with us, we'd love to see you. And Julian, you got anything else you want to say before we go today?
No, but please do talk to me. I'm desperate for human contact at this point. So just make sure to say hello.
That's great. Well, you're always a friendly face and welcome to see you. So we'll thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll catch up with you soon.
All right, bye.
Thank you all for being a part of this today. I'm super excited about everything going on at Hope Conference, and we cannot wait to see each and every one of you soon. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you register on the website, hope-charities.org, and you can learn all about the amazing giveaways, more amazing things that we're doing, and we will see you soon.